Hey, you. Yeah, I'm talking to you over there. You're looking pretty good tonight, and I hope you're feeling as good as you look. You might be wondering what's been going on here. Things look a little bit different with this video. And you know, I was just thinking, I've been doing these video game videos for a long time now. Seems like too long. And all this time I've been, people say, pretty child-friendly. But I think the time has come for all that to come to an end. I think it's time for me to try to attract a more adult audience. That's right, I'm talking about you. Yeah, you. I'm trying to attract you. To play some video games, that is. Video games that may have some mature content. So, get the kids out of the room. Because what we're about to enjoy together, you and I, you're going to have to be over 18 to watch this. I assume. Look, all I want to do is play the hottest, the most erotic of video games for you, and we'll enjoy them together very closely together. And I figured, what other way to start off the new direction for the channel, because this is all I'm going to be doing from now on. What better way than to start off with the most requested game of anything that people have wanted me to play, Farnham Fables. I'm told it's very hot. Too hot. In fact, it's so hot, you shouldn't touch it. You'll burn yourself. So tonight, let me do all the touching. We're about to start with Farnham Fables, Episode 1, The King's Medicine. And maybe the King's Medicine is exactly what you need, baby. Maybe it is. What about Andrew Tellini's medicine? Is that what you need? We'll find out tonight. You know, Farnham Fables seems like it's kind of infamous on Steam. I assume it's because it's of such high quality and so well written and includes such intensely romantic segments. Gamers can't handle it. But you and me, we can handle it. We're going to handle it together right now. We're on the road to the castle. Young Nagi, I'll just say that's how you pronounce it, and Callie, they're going to the castle because Callie's father, Mitsurugi, works as a soldier. Well, Nagi is not Callie's mother. It's her aunt. What happened to Callie's mother? Who can say? Who can say? Earlier in the week, Mitsurugi promised his daughter that she could visit the castle. But unexpected duties, they came up as they do. Unexpected duties coming up, breaking you away from your loved ones. You may not want to go, but you have to go. And you have to do it to support them. And you only hope they understand. But no worries, Nagi is going to take Callie to the castle. They're going to have a good time. In fact, you can see them approaching the screen. Nagi agreed because of her timid nature. She doesn't want to say no. Well, sometimes you have to stand up for yourself and say no. Sometimes you do. Like saying no to playing Farnham Fables? No. That's something that you and me, we are saying yes to. However, Callie was so cheerful and enthusiastic, Nagi had to do it. But Nagi's reminding Callie not to jump into the puddles, because Callie is an energy-filled 3-year-old rat girl. I mean, that seems kind of insulting, but okay. Callie is too busy humming to herself to give a response. Ani Nagiani, look Isakas Isis the castle. I'm not sure what they're going for right there. That's how Callie talks. It's some kind of accent, I suppose. I'm not sure what that is. Nagi does not speak with the same accent. Aninaji, is Dadi going to be there? I mean, maybe it's just supposed to be baby talk. I'm not entirely sure, because Nagi and Callie are not speaking the same way. But anyway, Dadi, not going to be there today. He has to guard the queen, because the queen needs to go visit her sick brother. Well, Dad is not going to be at the castle. So what adventures might Nagi and Callie find themselves in when they arrive? Nagi does not know why the queen's brother is sick. Why would she know? Why would she? Callie seems satisfied, thinking about other things to think about, as you do. They reach the castle gates. 2 friendly guards, which will not be illustrated, greet them and escort them to the main entrance hall. They're going to wait for somebody to give them a tour of the castle. Oh, Callie, she has other ideas in mind. And the game has begun. Well, we're Nagi. We have a doll. We can look at the doll. It's Callie's Freya doll. Her lack of doll-making experience clearly shows, but that's fine. It's a loving gift. We can touch the doll? Yes, we can touch the doll. The doll is able to withstand Callie's hyperactivity. We can look around, like these drawers. We can open them. There's nothing inside. Not a whole lot to look at. It's a very sparse main hall of this castle. We can look at the painting. It's a painting done by the host of some TV show that, well, I guess this kingdom has some sort of form of Bob Ross, and TV also, apparently, which I did not expect, but okay. Kind of looks medieval, but they have television. Down here, it looks like that we can go into the unlocked door. Well, Callie wants to know what's on the other side of that door, and she's gonna find out. Callie pushes it open and runs laughing down the hallway. Oh no! Nagi runs out in a panic at what Callie's doing, referring to her by her full name, Kalnik Isia, I guess is how you say that. Running after that naughty niece. However, they run into King Ferdinand Farnham himself, with his red cape and spiky crown. No guards around. What luck to run straight into the king on his own. King Farnum picks up Callie, glad to see her. He knows who she is. She's the daughter of his fine soldier, Mitsurugi Isia. And Callie agrees. Nagi is in shock at running into the king, and that the king is so friendly. And it seems that our 2 protagonists, let's call them that, it seems that they're in luck, because King Farnham is in the mood for a story. The king has nothing better to do today, so he runs into 2 strangers in his castle, and he is just going to tell them a tale, a story about something wonderful that his sons did for him just recently, and I'm sure something also very erotic. I've heard this has erotic content, so I'm sure we're getting to that. And I know you're excited for that. Just as excited as I am. King Farnham led them to the royal throne, hung up their raincoats, I guess, on the throne. You'd think there would be some place away from the throne you could do that. But no. It's a very utilitarian throne, I suppose. He takes a seat, Callie on his lap. It sounds like it's story time. He wants Nagi to sit on the Queen's royal throne. What an honor to be able to sit on the empty throne while the Queen is away. They just let anyone sit on these chairs. Nagi is still concerned about being so friendly with the king. And also, it just occurs to me now that the king is human and the other 2 are rat people, and that has not been explained. But do we really need an explanation? We can just let our imaginations run wild as to humans and rat people coexisting, if you know what I mean. King Farnum is going to tell a story. He developed a dreadful fever. Well, that does not sound erotic. He could have just healed up from bed rest, but his sons couldn't stand to see him this way. Well, in Gletkutsu, a village of native lizard people, so we also have lizard people as well. Just off the highway, there lives a brilliant doctor who could brew a potion capable of curing his fever within seconds. So even though the king would get over it anyway, let's bother the lizard doctor about this. So the children rode off on their horses to the nearest bus station. They're gonna take the bus. King Farnum continues to tell the story, a simplified version of the story. Oh, but we are gonna see, you and me, we're gonna see the uncensored versions of what happened with the three princes, Frederick, Fluter, and Philip. The middle brother, I think, drew the short straw on names there. All right, we have these three characters. They can look at this garbage can. Very little garbage in it. It's good that it's being kept clean. Oh, but the bus stop sign, it's so dirty. And not in the good way. So I can see that. Oh, I can look at the sword. Frederick's sword is specifically blunted because he doesn't want to risk killing any opponent. Well, isn't that noble? It's like Kenshin, except Kenshin had one side sharp because he knew sometimes you needed the sharp side. You hope that you don't, but sometimes you do. Looks like we can go this way. We're at the crossroads. Frederick pulls a flower. Maybe he can find a cute girl to give it to, and I know that's what you're here for. Maybe you and me together can find that cute girl. Or it appears we can eat the flower. We ate the flower. We can pick more flowers, so that's good. We did not waste our flower. But I guess Frederick does not need to eat lunch today. But we can't go forward. We can go to the left, though. We can go to the village. Gletkutsu village. Apparently, lizard people live here. We can go to the doctor's hut. And there's a lizard man. We entered the doctor's hut, but Philip stayed in the doorway. Oh, Philip is scandalized at seeing this naked lizard man. The lizard people, I guess, don't think too much of clothes. It says he's practically wearing nothing at all, because that looks like nothing. Unless if you're counting the necklace. I guess the necklace counts. The doctor is friendly. He welcomes the princes into his hut, referring to them as hip humans, marveling at the fact that they wear clothes all over their bodies. Why would you even need to do such a thing? Be like Dr. Keith. Let it all flow freely. Frederick says, well, Frederick is not bothered by the lack of clothing. Oh yeah, Frederick's down. He introduces the princes. Fluter tells the situation. Is there a cure? Dr. Keith does want to help the king, it sounds. He's looking through his medical supplies. He has everything he needs, except for one mushroom. It's in the forest. No one's allowed in there because some terrible monster is wrecking the peace and the harmony of the forest. Fluter thinks this is no problem. Any monster will be no match for Frederick. Frederick's very confident, even though his sword is so blunt. Dr. Keith, tearing up a little. He's getting everything ready. He wants to be ready for when they come back with that mushroom. Get that cure going. Oh, I just noticed we can hug Dr. Keith. Frederick would prefer to hug girls and women. Very well. We can talk to Dr. Keith. Where is the mushroom? The mushroom looks a lot like other mushrooms. That could be a problem. There's some kind of danger in the forest. A large monster disrupting the peace. Dr. Keith does not know a whole lot about it. Non-violence is the answer. Let's talk about everyone else. Not many people are around in the village right now. Everyone's in the fields, having an early lunch, or meeting about the monster. Well, that's very convenient, because that means a whole lot of NPCs that don't have to be drawn. Isn't that just the biggest coincidence? I guess we're done talking. And I guess we're gonna go. We start to leave the village, but a woman's voice calls out to them. A panicked lizard woman cries out. She's in distress. She needs the prince's help. The lizard woman's name is Rachel. Her daughter Gloria has run off to, apparently, the forest. Oh dear, but that's where the monster is. Rachel's eyes begin to tear up, knowing what kind of danger Gloria must be in. Frederick walks up to the poor lizard woman, places his hand comfortingly on her cheek, just like I'm putting my hand on yours right now. Just like that. Frederick swears to Rachel that we're going to find Gloria and bring her back from the forest. And they hug. Frederick does enjoy hugging women, as we have been told. This hug apparently going on for kind of a while. Well, we did pick up this flower. Maybe we could give it to Rachel. Rachel looks too nervous and worried to consider eating anything. I didn't really give it to her to eat, but maybe that's what she would do with it. Actually, I believe we can also select, yes, other characters. What does Fluter have to say to Rachel? Does he want to tickle her? He has no interest in tickling anyone. He could hug her. If Fluter was the only one here and Rachel needed another hug, he'd give her one. But there's no need to do that now. Apparently he can also kiss her. Nothing against lizard people. He has no interest in kissing her. Fluter just has other things on his mind. That's all. Gloria Moongrass. She looks like a 6-year-old girl lost in a forest. Fluter feels like maybe this was a dumb question. Did the daughter bring anything with her into the forest? A new skirt that was made for her yesterday. No one really knows what's in the forest, just some kind of monster. Nobody's allowed in, so of course we can't talk with the guards about what the monster is or what we can do about it. I mean, I guess we could ask her about this. Fluter wondering about those big old lizard breasts. Rachel looks a little annoyed about this topic of conversation. I mean, there are more important things going on. I guess we're done talking. And I guess we can switch to Philip. What does he think about these options? He is too embarrassed to hug her. That's right, Philip is the one who is embarrassed by all this lizard nudity. Frederick, on the other hand, is just a big old scaly. What does Philip have to ask? When did Gloria go missing? That's a good question. Just now, just a few minutes ago. she's run off. So disobedient. We already know about this. No, same thing as when Fluter brought it up. Well, I guess we're going to leave. We can now go to the forest, since that's where we have to search for the missing child. We can look at the stump. It's an ordinary tree stump. Nothing special about it. I guess we can sit on it. There is no time to sit around the stump. We have to find the missing child. This lake would be perfect to go swimming in, especially with those lizard girls, thinks Frederick. Frederick has only one thing on his mind, and you know what it is. We could swim in the lake. No, we can't do that. We don't have the time, no matter how much Frederick would want to. There are pebbles on the side of the lake. Oh, Frederick knows. You see some rocks on the ground, you pick them up. You take him with you. You might need him. Mushrooms. And rock. Look at rock. Large rock with a hole in it. There are mushrooms. There's a very good chance that the mushroom we need is right here. We have no additional options. Oh, we can search mushrooms. We could do that. But maybe Fluter would be the more appropriate one to handle this, because he has a book, and that means he can read, and it shows the mushroom they're looking for, so he knows. We're going to study these mushrooms. Yeah, take a closer look at them, like I'm taking a closer look at you when you weren't looking. Fluter looks through the patch of mushrooms, and he has found it. We can cure our father. No problem, but we have another task. We can't forget about it. Poor Gloria, somewhere in this forest. And a fox is also here. We could pet the fox. It is a sick fox. Fox looks sick. Oh, maybe Philip is capable of helping Tails here. Because Philip has a medical kit. So we can tend to the fox. Philip has the right medicine to make him all better. Just like I have the right medicine for you. And you know what I'm talking about. Philip can communicate with animals, which you would think is kind of a big deal, but whatever. The fox feels better. Philip continues to talk with the fox, because he can do that. Oh, the fox tried to eat the mushrooms. That was no good for him. But Philip was able to tell the fox about Gloria. He says that he could help us find her if we could bring him something with her scent. We have nothing like that, though. Do you remember if Rachel said that Gloria brought anything into the forest with her? Oh, indeed she did. Indeed she did. I believe she said that Rachel made a new skirt for Gloria, and Gloria brought it, was wearing it when she went into the forest. But we have not found anything like that. It's really quite a small forest. Here are bushes. We can look at them. There's a small opening. Yeah, I mean, you can kind of see that. Philip wonders if there's anything important in there. Well, why don't we... Can't actually do anything with the bushes. Can other characters do something with the bushes? Frederick feels like something's hiding in that opening. Let's search. The bushes. The small skirt of a native fashion. It belongs to Gloria. Well, how did this possibly happen? There's no signs of struggle or injury. Maybe she took it off to go swimming. Something frightened her, and she left it behind. Let's head to that fox. Well, we have something. that we can give to the fox. Oh, I could wear it. I could wear the little girl's skirt. Frederick has never in his life worn clothing made for little girls. What about the fox? The fox trusts Philip more? We should have him do it. Okay. Can I give it to... Nope. What did that say? It's a common fashion for the people of Kotkutsu. It's actually uncommon for the little children to wear much of anything. Let's give it to Philip. Would he like to wear it? He used to dress up in girls' clothing when he was young. He doesn't really do that anymore. I mean, the skirt's too small for him anyway. How would he even put it on? And what does Fluter think about this skirt? Fluter has never in his life worn clothing meant for little girls. Well, there's always a first time for everything, Fluter. But that's not what this is for right now. Right now, this is for given to the fox. Alright, the fox is running to the southeast. The fox has cleared away a bush, revealing a clearing. Philip thanks the fox. The fox leaves. Goodbye, kind fox. I hope everything is okay. So now we have a different direction we can go in, and there is Gloria. Yes, that's correct. We are not monsters. We are humies. Oh, but Gloria, haven't you learned? Humies are the most dangerous monsters of all. Yes, Mommy said that she could not come in because of the monster, but she saw the monster and ran away. It was a bad idea to come in here to begin with. Oh no, a wild boar. It's giant in size. It's the monster itself. What do? Well, I believe someone has a blunt sword with this boar's name all over it. Begone, you monster, or feel my sting. And now a clash of strength, of straining muscle and tendon and sinew. Force against force. Man against boar, each pushing as hard as they can, straining against each other. Who will come out on top? Clang. Frederick's sword isn't sharp, but a well-aimed swing can still hurt like the dickens. The boar runs away. It's still alive and could still attack people, and if Frederick's sword was sharp, he could have just killed it right there. But okay, for right now, Gloria is safe. Yay, Gloria cheers. You made the monster go foo-oom. That's correct. When you swing a sword at a large beast and it hits it in its side, that's the sound it makes. Foo-oom. If you hear it in person, you would understand. Let's bring Gloria home. Alright, we've got Gloria in our inventory. Thank you. Now, let's head back to the village. Gloria runs off ahead to meet her mother. Prince Fedek made the monster go. He go foom. Rachel, relieved that her daughter's back. Never run away like that again, Gloria. Never do it. Gloria's gonna run away again. We can be pretty sure. Gloria lost a little skirt. Oh, but don't worry. We found it too. Philip gives the skirt back, embarrassed by all this lizard nudity. Gloria puts on the skirt. And then Frederick hugs Rachel, and then Gloria hugs Frederick. So it's just a big old mashup hug. We still do need to deliver the mushrooms to Dr. Keith, it's true. We came here for some medicine, but Frederick wants to come back. Maybe tomorrow. Like I said, big ol' scaly. Rachel is disappointed that he has to go for right now. Maybe now we can give the flower. Why, thank you, Rachel says as she happily eats the entire flower. Well, I'm glad she enjoyed it. It was an honor to aid you and your daughter. Rachel's just blushing, like just to beat the band. Gloria doesn't seem interested in wearing that skirt. Is there a reason why she has to wear it? So I guess the lizard people just do not wear clothing at all, and then Rachel makes clothes, so that doesn't seem like a great choice of career to go into. Your people don't wear clothes, you decide you're going to be a clothing maker, but I'm not here to judge. No, I'm not. It looks like Frederick is going to be very direct. You're very beautiful, Rachel, Frederick says directly. He. Oh. Rachel offers Frederick to spend the night. Frederick would love to spend the night snuggling with you and Gloria. Well, I don't know about that, Frederick. Maybe back off a little bit on that one. Rachel responds, realizing that she's disappointed that Frederick's idea of spending the night isn't as naughty as she... it might be more naughty than Rachel is thinking of. It's kind of hard to tell what Frederick was going for in that response right there. Rachel might want to watch out a little bit. Anyway, we're going to ask her how ticklish she is. No, actually, Gloria's so cute as the first one. Your daughter is absolutely adorable. It's so hard to raise her, but she wouldn't trade her for anything. What happened to Gloria's absent father? But it looks like we're not going to ask about it. And we're just going to ask her how ticklish she is. You wouldn't happen to be ticklish. Well, I believe we did have an option here to tickle Rachel. Yes, and there it is. We are tickling Rachel. We could hug Rachel. We've gotten very close to Rachel in a very short amount of time, it seems. Oh, yeah. And they just kiss on the lips, on those lizard lips. We could do it again. And we did it again. As far as Gloria, it looks like we have the same options for Gloria. We could tickle. And there we go. We could hug. We gave her a loving hug. We gonna kiss her? I guess that's an option. Attempts to kiss her on the top of the snout, but she suddenly looks up and we accidentally kiss her on the lips instead. Okay. Yep, I think maybe Frederick needs to back off a little bit of space right here between him and the Lizard Village. We can see that the Lizard Village kind of is doing some things to Frederick here. He is a bit too rowdy, let's just get him away from here. The other two brothers maybe ought to step in at this point. I mean, I know that we all know about Frederick's fan art, that he posts on DeviantArt all the time. But it's one thing to post it on DeviantArt. It's another thing, when you're face to face with lizard people. You gotta let's just maybe we should leave. Maybe we should go to the bus stop and go across the highway. We cannot. People are driving like yahoos. Yeah, did you forget there's a highway and a bus? I kind of forgot about that. There's a bus. We're going to ride the bus. Remember how we got here? We rode our horses to the bus stop. And now we're going to ride the bus back. Oh no, we need the medicine. Forgot. I forgot. We have to go back to the village. And while we're here, Frederick just can't resist. He has to kiss Rachel again. Oh yeah, there it is. I hope you're enjoying all this romance that we are experiencing here tonight. We can hug Dr. Keith. That's right, I forgot about that. Who has the mushroom? Fluter has the mushroom. We can give it to Keith? Yes. Dr. Keith is very happy about this. They tell him about how they rescued Gloria. Most righteous. You guys are just the bee's knees, man. He's not going to charge us for the medicine. Oh, man. What a guy. Looks like we're going to leave. We're going to leave, except we're going to switch to Frederick, and then, of course, we're going to kiss Rachel again, because that's what you're here for. That's what you want to see. Lizardlicious. I hope you're enjoying it. Now we're going to go to the bus stop. Now we are going to ride the bus back. The three princes get on the bus. They ride back to the station where they left their horses parked, and they ride to the castle. And now we're back to the present day where we're listening to this story. So, did King Farnham, when he was going over the story, did he talk about all of the human on lizard action? Did he mention any of that? I just like to think that he was describing that in detail, while the ant over here is looking on in just very uncomfortably because she can't interrupt the king, but the king just really wants to tell this story. He regained his health. Is that a true story? I promise you, the story is as real as you and I. The proof is in the present, I always say. And you don't see me suffering from a nasty fever now, do you? Aside, of course, from brother fever, which is the best kind. Everyone had a wonderful time listening to this story that just no one would enjoy listening to. No. He has a meeting with the royal advisor. They have errands they need to finish up. They need to go. They bid the king a fond farewell, and they leave. Their visit to the castle went far better than she ever could have imagined. Why did they go to the castle again? It was just to take a tour of it? I guess they met the king. I guess that's all right. And then they got to listen to this inane story that he wanted to tell. All right. The visit went well. At the end. That's it. That's Farnham Fables, Episode 1, The King's Medicine. I hope you enjoyed this tale of adventure, of daring do, of romance, human on lizard woman romance. We're going to just ignore the bit with the little girl, the little naked girl. Let's just not think about that right now. I'm thinking about it. You are too. Maybe certain fetishes on display in Farnham Fables. But I mean, the only fetish I have is you. And I hope that you enjoyed this experience that we had, this get-together where we got real close together. And we experienced a tale of love. There was kissing. Like, I guess, sort of, there was romance. It's not... There was some of that. Anyway, this is basically what the channel is going to be from this point on. So I hope you enjoyed this, because all other series that I've been doing have been canceled. There are going to be no more updates of anything else that I'm doing right now. We are going to be doing all romance games, games that aim towards the mature, towards the adult, towards the hot and erotic. And I hope that you come back to experience this with me. Buy a good pair of headphones, just put them on over your ears, sit back, and let yourself sink into the experience. Feel my breath on your ears. I hope you had a good time. I hope it was as good for you as it was for me. And I'll see you next time for more erotic tales. I'll see you then, lover.